Welcome to Unity Inspired Living. Our community began in 1989 as a small worldwide Unity book study group, and we've continued the momentum as an ever-evolving spiritual community. Each Sunday, you will find dynamic thought leaders delivering inspiring messages and talented musicians sharing sound healing through their melody. Here, we embrace ancient spiritual traditions, universal truths, and emerging wisdom. Let's check out this Sunday message. We're so grateful you've joined us. Sacred Sunday blessings, bright ones, beings of love and light. My name is Amy Van Ling, and it is my great joy, delight to be with you, to be here with you each week, sharing another sacred Sunday, another sacred, inspiring message from our phenomenal speakers and the magical, transformational music we get from our completely talented, skilled, amazing, magical musicians. We are so blessed around here. There are really no words sometimes to really express what we have going on. We are so grateful that you are here and part of this co-creation, because you are part of this co-creation, this powerful experience that we get to be in each week in loving service to spirit, to God, to the goodness, to love, to peace. My name is Amy Van Ling. I don't even know if I said that yet. I'm the spiritual director here. And I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for you that you're here with us. Our theme this month is being the light. Being the light. I read something this morning and it's right here. I'm going to share it because it was pretty profound. It says, "Be a light unto yourself. Ultimately, each of us must develop within ourselves the capacity to make our way through the darkness without any companions, maps, or guide. When you are alone, you are not alone. You are simply lonely. And there is a tremendous difference between loneliness and aloneness. When you are lonely, you are thinking of the other, that you're missing the other. Loneliness can be a difficult state. You are feeling that it would have been better if the other were there. Loneliness is the absence of the other. Aloneness is the presence of oneself. Aloneness is very positive and transformative. It is presence, God's presence, overflowing presence. You are so full of the presence that you can fill the whole universe with your presence, and there is no need for any more." And I thought, wow, that's about being the light, because sometimes we might not be in a place where we're surrounded by people, and we might feel lonely, right? And so I thought that was a great message to tack on to our being the light this morning. And we're so grateful that you are the light and we feel your light. And thank you for shining your light here. I am so deeply thankful, grateful, always so blessed to be able to honor Reverend JACQUELYN Edwards. She gave us a sacred yes for her presence here with us today. She always brings it to us, the light, the love, the grace. And we are so excited to hear the message today, Luminescence. Woo, I'm ready to illuminate. And we do have a time together after the service. It's going to be a Q&A, kind of an expansive place to really dive in and go there. So join us in the Zoom room after the service here on Facebook Live. We will be waiting, and I'll post the link for that. It's also on our website, unityinspiredliving.org. Thank you, beloved, for deepening our space, for opening yourself to be the conduit for such beauty and light. We're grateful. We also have on the screen with us our beloved, bright, shining Brittany Gilmore, and she is here gracing us with her gift of soulful music and healing. It is truly sound healing when you feel into her vibration. Thank you, beloved, for saying yes to us and being here and sharing yourself. We also have our very own beloved Jan Knight. She is, talk about a pillar of light to this community. This is her. And we are so grateful for you, Jan. Thank you. She is here sharing our inspirational reading, some community announcements, and our prayer of plenitude this morning. So we are shining bright this morning and so grateful to be together with you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to check back in and just bask in the love that is pouring in on the live stream. Hi, Pat. Hi, Mom. Hi, Jennifer. Karen is here. Kathy is here. Michael J is here. He says, Mystic Mike is here, and I love you all. We love you too. There is so much love flowing here. Thank you for being here and bringing your hearts here, truly bringing your energy here. We feel that, and that is what co-creates our space, and that's why it is so magnificently special. So thank you, thank you. We are going to open up with our mission statement. So I invite you to tune in, center in, whatever that looks like for you. It might just be closing your eyes. It might be taking a gentle breath or a deep breath, or placing your hand on your heart. Whatever it is you do, tune in. Let's all connect into this mission because it is so deeply transformative and important to our community. And we affirm this every Sunday. We are here fostering love and wisdom, inspiring transformation, offering compassionate outreach, and embracing unity. And what makes it so powerful is that we're doing this together. So thank you for your sacred yes to be here with us. We are ready to move into the light and inspiration and illuminate today. I am so excited. I'm going to hand the screen over to Brittany because she is going to open us with our community opening song, which we invite you to sing along because it really does get the energy moving in your body, opens your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and just keeps all those channels flowing. So Brittany, take us away.
Good morning. It is always so my pleasure to be here. I'm so happy to be singing with you. With the theme this month, I had to go back to one of my favorite songs that we've sung many times, written and sung by a woman who really embodies this light so brightly herself. It's India RE. And the song is I Am the Light. We are all the light. Let's declare it and sing it together. The things my family did, I am not the voices in my head, I am not the pieces of a dream I left behind. I am light, I am light, I am light, I am the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light, I am light, I am light, I am light. The color of my eyes, I am not the skin on the outside, I am not my age, I am not my weight, my soul inside. It is all light, all light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the love on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. We are light. We are light. We are light. Thank you so much. Oh, Amy, we can't hear you.
I know. I was just about to talk and I realized I have the red cross to my. Thank you. That is definitely a favorite. And if that just doesn't like light you up, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I know it lights everyone up. Thank you, Brittany. We love you. We are so grateful for you. I'm
Thank
going to
you.
hand the screen over to Jan. She has a lot to share with us. Thank you, beloved.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here. All our bright and shiny faces. Happy Valentine's Day, month, year, life. Okay, so this morning I just have a few announcements. And the first one is just a reminder of what Amy already told you, that there's going to be a Q&A. We don't call it a workshop, I guess. We're calling it a Q&A with Reverend Jacqueline, and it'll be right after the service, a few minutes after the service, starting at 11:30. So you can find the link on our website, unityinspiredliving.org. So join us for that. Be sure to join us for that. We always love having conversation, extended conversation with our favorite Reverend D. Jacqueline Edwards. So thank you for coming and joining us afterwards. And thank you to Jan. Oh, that's me. Thank you to me for hosting at the last minute the community circle and our potluck yesterday. We had a great time, and we dug deep into sharing of our theme being the light. It was a wonderful late morning, early afternoon for all of us. So thank you to everybody who came. We miss those of you who weren't there, and we appreciate and love all of you. Be sure to mark your calendar for March 2nd, because Amy will be speaking, and following Amy's talk, then we will have the annual membership meeting, and it'll begin after the service about 11:30, 11:40, and it'll go for an hour or so. And then after that, we'll have a deli luncheon. So join us, be sure you join us, and be sure you, if you haven't turned in your membership forms, if you haven't turned in your community engagement survey, we'd love to have you do that. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that, just if you, in case you haven't been listening for the last 2 months when we've been talking about it. Okay, so we're asking you to complete the membership form again this year and update it. And so you can print it out online. If you don't have it, you can go online, you can print it out, or you can just answer the questions, and then take a photo of it and send it to us, and email it to Amy Van Ling at unityinspiredliving.org. So that's one way to do it. And we appreciate receiving this feedback from you, and we're really looking forward to updating our directory and getting things in order. It's been a few years and complicated by our whole COVID experience, so we're excited about having an update of our membership, and also our community engagement form. There's a form. There are 6 questions, and if you can't copy it, just answer the questions and send your answers in an email to Amy Van Ling at unityinspiredliving.org, or if you can, bring it with you to the March 2nd meeting. So those are the 2 big things that we're wrapping up as far as before our annual meeting. And if you have a little time during the month, we're looking for those of you who enjoy connecting with and visiting people in our community, who would love to have visitors or phone calls or texts, or just making that compassionate connection with people. So please consider this opportunity for service, and let me know or Nancy know if you're available, even one time a month. And it's about making connections within our community, keeping us connected. So thank you very much for listening. And now it's time to turn to our inspirational reading. Appreciate you being here. And our inspirational reading for today is from our beloved daily word, an old one. None of it is old. It's all new every single day. So this is entitled Loving. From my perspective, light and love are synonymous. So I picked this from 2024, and it's called Loving. I bring the love of God into the world. Love takes many shapes. It can come into the world as compassion, kindness, service, and sacrifice. No matter how I express my loving impulses, they have their origin in God. Each time I am inspired to reach out to help another, I am bringing love, light, into the world. When my heart is open and I am moved to tears, I am responding in light, love. When I place another's wants or needs before my own, I am acting from love. God is love, and I am loving. Because the love of God is inexhaustible, I never need worry about not having enough or running out. In fact, the more freely and generously I love, the easier it is for me to be loving. Today and every day, God's love, light, lives through me. Thank you.
That's a beautiful reminder. Today and every day, God's love and light lives through me. We should all write that down. Thank you, Jan. Thank you for everything. You you keep us afloat in so many ways, and we love you dearly. Thank you. I'm going to hand the screen back over to Brittany, and she's got another song for us this morning. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you. I do have another song for you. This song is called The Heart of Life, and it expresses how life throws all kinds of crazy things at us. The heart of life is always there and is good. I hate to see you cry, standing there in that position. There's things you need to hear, so turn off your tears and listen. Pain throws your heart to the ground. Love turns the whole thing around. And no, it won't all go the way it should, but I know the heart of life is good. You know it's nothing new. Bad news never had good timing. But then the circle of your friends will defend the silver lining. Pain throws your heart to the ground. Love turns the whole thing around. And no, it won't all go the way it should, but I know the heart of life is good. Pain throws your heart to the ground, but love turns the whole thing around. And no, it won't all go the way it should, but I know the heart of life is good. Yeah, I know the heart of life is good.
What an amazing song with an amazing message. That is beautiful.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Brittany. for bringing that to us.
Of
Great
course.
choice. You always have the great choices.
There's so many great songs out there to choose from.
Oh, that's definitely one of them. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm so in the present this morning. I keep coming back to like, where am I? In the morning agenda. So we're back to Jan. Jan has our prayer of plenitude for us this morning. Thank you, beloved. Handing the screen over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Brittany. Wow, Amy's, right on. I mean, you always pick the perfect songs for our message, for our theme, no matter what it is, it's right there with you, coming through you, your light shining, being, being the light. Yeah. So let's take this time to affirm that we are this light, that we are this abundance, we are this prosperity, we are sending it out, and we are receiving and sending. It's a circle of total love, light, abundance, prosperity, compassion, all of that wrapped into one. So I invite you now to join me as we move into this space of oneness with spirit. So if you choose, just close your eyes and let's go there together. We quiet our minds and we open to the great realization of an abundant universe. We connect with that inner stillness that is grounded in the divine flow of giving and receiving. We practice gratitude for all that life gives us, and we accept all that life gives us and all that is coming our way. We align and we operate from our divine nature in giving freely from a compassionate heart, being the light for ourselves and others, assured that we are never void. It is always there. We set an intention to engage in right action that attracts opportunities to prosper, to bring light into the world from us. We are each very grateful spirits expanding in this human life. We are gratefully succeeding in stepping forward into all greater good. And we speak to this together and we say, Ashe, Amen, Namaste. Thank you all.
Well, that was beautiful and amazing. And Ashe, thank you, Jan. Thank you for always bringing us the most beautiful, perfect selections, too. I honor you. I acknowledge that. Okay, we're going back to our final song this morning that Brittany has for us, opening our hearts, expanding ourselves. Thank you, beloved.
Thank you. Thank you. This last song this morning is probably a familiar song, and especially in my age group in the 30s, 40s. If you were in that age group, this song was used at a lot of graduations, a lot of ceremonies of change and things happening. It's something unpredictable, and that's what life is. But we are here. We have one life that we are conscious of, at least in this life, and we're here to have the time of our lives. Whatever that means. That means different things to everybody, but we're here to have the time of our lives. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. And it's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
What a profound message. Hope
It's
you
one
have
of
the
those
time of your
songs I
life.
don't always think of as being such an inspirational song, but when I really do listen to the words, it rings very true.
Absolutely. You know what? Yesterday I did a dance showcase. So I've never danced before in my life. And 6 months ago, I decided to start dancing. And so yesterday I did a showcase in front of at the ballroom where I take my lessons. And it's something interesting to step into something brand new. And this song that you just shared with us, I hope you have the time of your life, feels like the theme song to my whole dance journey recently because you can get wrapped up in your head even about steps and doing it perfectly. And I looked at the video after and I thought, oh my gosh, there were so many mess ups. But you know what? My intention, my goal for dancing is the joy to have the time of my life. And so it's like put all
It's
the we can
beautiful.
critique everything in our lives, right? So thank you for that song because it's such an expression of what we're here to. That's what being the light is, right? We're having the time of our life.
Being the light and being
Light.
alive. Yeah.
I love it. So thank you, Brittany, so much for bringing you and your music to us. And Jan, thank you for activating the space. Go back and read the comments in the feed because there's lots of love coming in for both of you for the songs, the
Aw.
readings this morning, and for your light. So thank you both for being here, activating our space this morning. It's been absolutely a blessing, and we're grateful for you. We will see you on the Facebook live stream side of things. Mwah, mwah. Love you both so much. Thank you. So we are here with the magnificent Reverend Jacqueline Edwards, and I have a whole folder of bios, and I have scoured through it this morning, and I can't find this beautiful being's bio. But I was as I was scouring between songs, I had this voice say, "We don't need the bio." So the bio is on the website, on our Facebook page, event page too. So if you want to know more about this amazing being, and she can also tell you about her. I feel like today there's something about we just need to know that she's the light. She is the illumination. And that's that's all that needs to be said about her today. And that is the truth of the matter. She is absolutely a radiant light. And those of you who know her know this is true. Those of you who don't know her will know this is true very soon when she starts speaking her message and allowing herself to be the conduit for God, for spirit to move through, and you will be touched. I'm going to pray us in and then hand the screen right over to this light being. So if you would just center in and take a breath of love and gratitude and just feel that we're having the time of our lives and turning to the center, our union with the one power and presence aligned with divine goodness, divine intelligence, realizing our oneness and the unconditional love that's available to us and the sublime beauty that is ours to claim. We affirm that our hands are God's hands and we claim that we are the face of God and we know it and we live it. and we're having the time of our lives, lighting it up and being it. I am so deeply grateful to receive the spirit message in, through, and as Reverend Jacqueline this morning. We are covering her in our love, in our thanksgiving, in our gratitude for her presence, for her willingness, for her sacred yes. And we open up to receive. We receive it all. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are the blessing. And I release this word into the great expanse of love, for love, in love, and as love. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Namaste. Thank you, beloved Reverend Jacqueline. Illuminate us in luminescence. We are
Thank
grateful.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Amy. Thank you, and thank you, community. Thank you, family. I'm delighted to be here. I'm excited. And I am being recreated in the moment. So I thought it was hilarious that you can't find my bio because my bio is probably changing as we speak.
Isn't
And
that
so
something? I
I
can't find it anywhere.
delight in the way, all of the ways that the divine, that spirit just shows up and shows out and tickles us because,
Mm,
it makes you smile, go,
yeah.
okay, spirit, I see you. I see you and I see each and every one of you, and I see me in, through, and as you, and you in, through, and as me. Because, as we like to say in New Thought, Ancient Wisdom, God is all there is. The divine, the infinite is all that there is, and it is forever weaving and recreating itself in, through, and as each one of us.
Mm,
As such, what I know to be true is that this conversation that we are engaging in today is one that lifts us up, one that brings us individually and collectively to a unifying consciousness that goes before us and leads and indeed lights up the way. It is with a humble sense of gratitude for this conversational opportunity that I say thank you, thank you, thank you, Mama God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I release this prayer and get on about this adventure that is this service today. And so it is. Hi.
mm,
So, a couple of
yeah.
things. I've expressed my gratitude. I'm going to probably weave that all through, that I am grateful to be here and I'm grateful to be present in myself. I've had a period, today is February 16th. I'm going to say that I'm one of the people on the planet who has been kind of rocking and reeling a little bit, and not through my own direction, but through my own direction, meaning that everything that I and we have co-created as the being, as the entity that we call ourselves, has led to us being exactly who we are today.
Mm,
And so there's some part of that who we are-ness today that encompasses how we respond, how we react, as even in acting again to whatever the stimulants of the environment may be. So I'm delighted and I'm grateful again because I think that this invitation and this opportunity to be present with this community has been part of my, what I'm kind of lightly calling my coming back to myself. But
mm,
again, I want to remind us that we never come back, that
mm,
life is an upward spiral. And what we do is we may come back to a related place to where we were, but we're always going to be at a higher level. Now, I do need to put a little asterisk next to that always, because that always is highly, strongly, deeply, powerfully contingent on our doing our spiritual
Mm,
practices. Yes. And for
mm,
those of you that have known me for a while, I can hear you. Oh, she's back on that again. Well, actually, I never left it. I was just kind of, sort of not weaving it in as much, but it's coming back full power. Because if there is anything, if there is any tool, if there is any power and authority that we are called upon to call upon, it is our spiritual practices. And we'll say a little bit more about that in our after service conversation, which I'm calling a spiritual citizenship love circle, right? So there will be a question and answer aspect to it, but think in terms of what it means to be a a spiritual citizen, and to be in a love circle. And how perfect is that? Today is the 16th. It's 2 days after Valentine's Day. And I'm inviting us to consider Valentine's Day as just an opportunity to replant loveliciousness all over the world, but particularly all over our lives. That in this time frame, we are invited to be the love, to love, to let love, to recommit to love. And by that, I mean that some of us, some of us have to remind ourselves that love is indeed, and I think Jan mentioned this, it is literally what holds the universe together. It is literally what lifts us up and pulls us into the deliciousness of life. Love, 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 not just in
mm.
February, but March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and January too. Love. That's our core, and that's our tool for the work that is ours to do. Now, I had a little bit of an adventure looking up this word luminescence, right? Thinking I'm just going to put it in to Google and it's going to give me a definition. Well, what it consistently did, and this included Webster's, mind you, was doing that thing that they told us in school you never do, which is define the word with the word. Luminescence is luminescence. And I'm squinting my eyes and I'm going, what? I know you can do better than that. So finally, what I discovered as a definition for luminescence is the low temperature, meaning it's not hot. It's not hot, which means you can touch it, you can feel it, you can experience it. The low temperature emission of light. And then parenthetically, it says, as by a chemical or physiological process, as by a chemical or physiological process. So we can create this light that's not hot in the laboratory. And the physiological process that comes to mind for me, and maybe for you as well, is lightning bugs, right? These little bugs that we can see at night because they have an inner luminescence that makes them visible to the human eye. Guess what? We also have an inner luminescence that makes us visible to the human eye. We have an inner luminescence that is the essence, if you will, of who we are. Excuse me. This luminescence was actually noted in, and you'll hear later, I'm going to refer to another version of the Bible, but in the King James Version of the Bible, in Matthew 5:16, there is this verse that I think some of you may be familiar with that says, "Let your light so shine before people, before humanity, that they may see your good works and glorify the divine which is in heaven." Yes, I did paraphrase there a little bit. And I'm going to come back and we're going to go through that a little bit. Let your light, my light, we have that song. This great light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. So shine before, and it does say men. And I'm saying and inviting you to say, but say with awareness and consciousness before all of humanity, before all of humanity, that everyone, that they may see your good works, right? That means that I'm letting my light shine so powerfully that even my oopses and my ouches and my trips and even my falls may be seen, but it's not what people think of first when they think of me. That when people think of me, they think of that light that I am letting it shine all over every place I go, that they may see your good works and glorify, and the verse originally says, your Father which is in heaven. Now we're going to deal with both of those. Your Father, you may have heard me earlier in my prayer. I said, Mother God. This is kind of where I'm landing. I sort of let whatever comes to my spirit come out. But what I'm knowing is that when we are speaking of and about the divine, that it is first and foremost genderless. Okay, it's genderless. The divine has no gender. So for that, I can use and invite you to use and incorporate the term Oludumare, which comes out of the Ifa tradition of African religions. And Oludumare is specifically defined as being genderless. So may glorify Oludumare, which is in heaven. And in heaven is where we circle back to our new thought, ancient wisdom piece, because what we know, metaphysically speaking, is that when we are speaking of heaven, we are speaking of a place in our consciousness. We are speaking of a place within. We are speaking of that sacred space within where we both go to meet the divine in and through what spiritual practices, and we are speaking of the place where we know and understand perfection in all things and in all ways. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, we've talked about Valentine's Day being in this merry, wonderful month of February. February is also Black History Month. And what a wonderful, wonderful Black History Month we are having. I'm almost like, how does it get any better than this? And again, I can hear some of y'all out there going, what planet is she living on? Is she not knowing what's happening? Did she not hear about the rollback on the DEI? What is the matter with her? Well, let your light so shine. We're going to go back to that. Go back to being the luminescence. That when your light shines from the good works that you are doing on the earth, it absolutely not only, I won't even say well, I will say, because I'm getting ready to say it, overshadows the other stuff, but and this is one of my favorite prayer sentences, erases, eradicates, removes, and replaces the ugly stuff. Okay? So from that place, I'm saying, how does it get any better than this? Meaning that there are people that never even thought about Black History Month before, that simply because of the other kind of energy that's going on out there are educating themselves or posting on their accounts, their various Facebook, Instagram, websites. Just there is a phenomenal explosion of sharing of Black history and Black History Month information right now. But I gotta point out at least one or two things. So, of course, there is the Super Bowl, which everybody's talking about. It's Black History Month, y'all. It's Black History Month. So the team with the Black quarterback, won. And by the way, I am not a sports fan. And just like I was saying earlier, there are people who never thought about Black History Month who are paying attention. I'm one of those people who has never really, I one eye the Super Bowl. If somebody invites me over to their shindig, I go because the food is always great. But I can't tell you I actually even know all the details of how the game is played. And full truth, I did not even watch the game until after when I started hearing about the game and the Black, what do you call it? The guy, the quarterback. There you go. I tell you, I didn't really know about this. And the Black quarterback and the team, for the first time in history, has a Black woman as part of the coaching team, right, for the Super Bowl victories. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about halftime. Everything I'm going to say about halftime, I just said it because I know you already know. And baby, if you don't know, go find out. I do have to say, I'm happy to see that Serena still got it in the motions. Black History Month. How does it get any better than this? It gets better and better and better as we collectively, whether we are Black or not, identify that which is uniquely, divinely, perfectly, and impeccably ours to do and go out and do it. So, again, that's my other pillar. Spiritual practice, discover what's yours to do, and go do it. Another way I frequently put that, and I'm going to say it again today, is if you're on the planet right now, at, let's see, what time is it? 10:52 on February 16th, 2025, which I'm going to pause, do one of my little ads right now. 2025 is a 9. 9 is a year of completion. I invite us to consider that we might be completing the mess this year and moving into the light and the grace and the wonder and the power and the presence of all that we are capable of being as humanity. And I am not naive enough to think it's going to all happen this year, but I think we're going to get rid of the bulk of the yuck this year so that we can do the work that is ours to do, to be who we know we are here to be whose we know we are here to be. Still on this theme of Black History Month, as I've already noted, a number of people are pointing out our heroes and sheroes, the people about and of the people upon whose backs this nation, these United States of America, was built. I want to, in this spiritual context, bring to mind and to consciousness and to our awareness the Black Madonna. Now, the Black Madonna is considered to be one of the sacred icons all over the world. What? What did she say? Yes. there are Black Madonnas in 47 countries on the planet. Now, I am going to make you laugh, hopefully, as I made myself laugh. For at least the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years, I've been in conversations with various sister friends about doing a tour of the Black Madonnas. Now, in that conversation, we're always thinking about seeing the Black Madonnas in Europe, perhaps in Africa, perhaps in South America, because they're in all of those places: Japan, Luxembourg, Eastern Europe, Ethiopia, in the Czech Republic, there are Black Madonnas, Rwanda, Trinidad, Belgium, Algeria, Australia, Central Europe, Croatia. These are just some of the countries where there are Black Madonnas. But in my research for this part of this conversation that we're having, I discovered that I don't have to save my pennies to go do and not my pennies, my dollars, my big dollars, my lots and lots of dollars to go to Europe to see the Black Madonnas. There are 7 Black Madonnas right here in these United States. In Missouri, there are 2 in California, in Los Angeles, and a place called Vina, California, which I've not heard of, in Miami, which I find that to be interesting, Austin, Texas, New York City, and Amity, Oregon. So I'm going to take myself on a little tour of the Black Madonnas right here in these here United States of America. And I want to extend an invitation to anyone that may be watching to join me in putting that little trip, that adventure together. We may do the West Coast, then do the middle of the country, and then go do the East Coast. But that is really, really doable. A little bit about the Black Madonna. And then in reading this, I find it to be interesting that this is not interesting, but not surprised. And this is going back to how we cycle up, that there are so many Black Madonnas across the planet, but yet very little conversation. The mysteries of the Black Madonna can be traced, and this is according to Christina Cleveland, who has written a book titled God is a Black Woman. She says the mysteries of the Black Madonna can be traced to pre-Christian times, to the ancient devotion of Isis, the earth goddess, and the African mother, to the era when God was not only female, but also Black. And then she goes on to say that sacred sites are still revered. Still revered. There are still people on the earth worshiping the Black Madonna in Italy and in Italy and in other parts of the world. She refers to a woman, Alessandro Belloni, I'm sure is her name, it's Italian, Alessandro Belloni. She talks about and describes the shamanic healing traditions of the Black Madonna. And she describes them in saying that they are just as powerful today as they were millennia ago. The Black Virgin of Mulan is who Joan of Arc prayed to in 1429. She says if Harriet Tubman had prayed before a Black Madonna statue, she suspects that it would have been that one, the Black version of Mulan that Joan of Arc prayed to. Do I have screen share? Oh, great. Okay. Share. Can you all see this? Amy, can you see this? This beautiful woman, and I chose her. She is the Lady of Angeny. And one of the comments made about the Black Madonnas is that, well, they painted them. This one, an Angeny, is a castle in France. This one, and there are others, but this one in particular, if you notice, she has very Afrocentric features. So even if she was painted, she still was carved, was presented with these very prominent Afrocentric features. The last point that I want to make about this Madonna in particular, as well as, well, I'm going to leave the picture up there for a moment. The description of this Madonna is that she is a perfect example of the seat of wisdom or majesty type of Madonnas. These are characterized by a mother seated on an ancient throne without a back or with a low back, holding the child squarely on her lap, and both looking straight ahead. You won't find demurely downcast eyes in these images, but a powerful straight stare. In the language of medieval symbolism, this means that Mary is the throne of Jesus. She is represented as the Christian embodiment of Lady Wisdom, a personage described in the Hebrew Bible as the first companion or the feminine face of God, through whom he draws people to himself. Now, I wanted to know where in the Bible this information was to be found. And I kept searching for it and searching for it. And then I went back and read the fine print, and it is found in the Book of Wisdom in the Catholic Bible, which that is just filled with so much to dive into, so much that is available for us to tease out. But that is work for another time. But the verse from the Book of Wisdom, 7th chapter, 21st verse says, "Such things as are hidden I learned, and such as are plain. For wisdom, the artificer of all, taught me. For in her is a spirit intelligent, holy, and unique, all powerful, all seeing, and pervading all spirits. She penetrates and pervades all things by reason of her purity." And so today, I invite us to consider love as our core and driving force, as that which not only propels us into our greater yet to be, but anchors us solidly in the divinity of who we are. Today, I invite us to consider not just for today, but in looking at the greater arc of our sheroes, our heroes, as well as in our celebration of Black History Month, which we know Black history is American history, that we not only consider the Black Madonna, but that we individually do research into who she is, how she is, and what that means to and for each one of us. I invite you to join me in our spiritual citizenship love circle. And I just say again, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful day that is made even more wonderful because you are in it. Ashe, amen, amen, aho. And so it is. Thank you.
Whoa, that was amazing and so much. And I think this is like Black History Month from a spiritual lens. And it is so like profound. We really just had an experience. Thank you, Reverend Jacqueline. Let me check
Thank
in with
you.
everybody because I know that I am not the only one that is just having this moment of like, okay, let me take all that into my heart and feel the depth of where we just went. You know, wow. Okay, everybody. Hi, we're back. Well, not really, but oh my goodness, what a talk. Thank you, Carol. We so appreciate the way you um you're you're the reporter. That's not the word I'm looking for, but thank you. She's taking notes as we go, and it's absolutely amazing. Shamanic healing. Yes, I liked that piece as well. I liked all the parts today. Mother and child looking straight ahead. Feminine face of God. Yes, the book of wisdom in the Catholic Bible. Love is our core and driving force in the divinity of who we are. Mimi says, "Thank you, Dr. Edwards. This is wonderful." It wasn't it? That's why I'm sitting here like, okay, we back yet? This was a Dan says, "You always bring us new insights and clarity about our beingness, and we love your invitation to be together on this journey." Yes. Thank you, Jan. Well said. Well said. Carol says, "Research who she is and how she is and in our lives." Yes. Nancy says, "Very interesting. I will be researching." Thank you. I know, right? Carol says, "Black History Month from a spiritual lens." Yes. Chan says, "And I accept this invitation." Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you everybody for being here. I don't know why, but all of the other comments are not loading on my phone. Let me go back to I go to the live stream. It stopped at Carol and she said, "Wow. I know there's more." However, okay, it's 7 minutes after. Let me just try to go one more other way to see. Carol says, "I was totally not expecting your message and I'm fired up." Yes. Michael J says, "I love," and Michael J says, "I love you." We feel it. Okay, I'm only getting comments coming in new. It's not loading my other the other comments from earlier, but I don't know why it's doing this. I know there were others. Well, everybody, we are really excited to go into the Zoom room and just continue this. You know, this was like the tip of the iceberg. Like there is probably a lot coming up and germinating and thoughts and questions and shares. So we're going to take it to the Zoom room. Just checking if there's anything else loading in here. Luminescence. Whew. Talk about a vibrant, radiant talk. Okay. I don't know. My other comments aren't loading from earlier. So okay, Luinda says, love your message, Jacqueline, about creating and bringing out our own inner luminescence and bringing love and light to us and into the world. Yeah. Yeah. If we just stick with that, there's simplicity there, right? That a good reminder for us to continually ground back into. Okay, so what are we doing? We are going to say goodbye here on the Facebook live stream. Michael says, I must go to the store. The weather is challenging today. Ooh, yeah. Is it very cold and snowy? I know up north they're
Oh,
getting a lot of
yeah.
snow. Well, we will miss you. Carol says,
And
I have a
thank
number of
you.
meetings today. I came in feeling low energy, but I can't wait to join you at the bottom of the hour. I wasn't going to attend, but I definitely will be there. Oh, good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Yeah. Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick little intermission here to get hydrated and nourished and have a little snack, and then come back to the Zoom room. I'm going to drop the link here in the Facebook live stream chat, and it's also on our website on our homepage, unityinspiredliving.org. You'll see a picture of Brittany, Reverend Jacqueline, and then the link into the Q&A Zoom room, and we will just see where we go, see how deep we want to dive. And it's a divine appointment, a divine meeting. So thank you everybody for being here, for embarking on this journey. If you're here, I know you're not playing small. So thank you for listening to Spirit and coming into your divine appointment here today, because
Mm,
this was a divine appointment.
yeah.
Yeah, it certainly was a divine appointment. Verona, let me see. I can't see today. Verona says, and we get to learn and embody our Black heartedness. I love you. Thank you for being here. It's so special that you're here today.
Yes, 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 yes,
We could all be together on a
yes,
Sunday morning. That's not a
yes,
typical
yes,
Sunday morning. I love it. My heart is,
yes,
and this was
absolutely.
such a powerful morning. I think also like what I'm personally feeling is that there's a lot of integration happening, after this talk too,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
there's just a process that is just that it gets embodied right after something hits so deep and into your heart. It's like, oh,
Thank
let's,
you.
yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I have to
Thank
go back
you.
and watch because I'm feeling, I don't know what I'm feeling right in the exact moment, but I will go back and watch.
I love that. I love that, how we started this morning. Well, first of all, before we even went online, I already knew something was coming through, just because we did a little sound check this morning. It wasn't a little sound check. Jan asked Reverend Jacqueline if she would do her sound, just so we could make sure her mic was working. And then we went somewhere else.
Still, we're still live on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, we're still live on Facebook now, but we weren't then. And so we were just really, we went deep. And then the funny thing about the bio is I have this folder full of bios, and I'm like, and usually it's just right there, and I have it very organized, and it's not in there. And so it was so interesting to hear what you said about that. Your response was, I'm in this. I love the way Spirit works. It's just it puts such a smile on my face and heart. Um, just to know that there's so much always that something greater is always unfolding. It really is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Pat
is.
says, interested, when am I to learn from the Black Madonna? Yeah. And yes, and talk about interesting. Missouri, 2 in California, Miami, Austin, New York, and in Oregon. I wrote that down. So we will journey. This will be a journey. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, so thank you for being here. Thank you for
Thank you.
giving from your heart and supporting our our center and this inspiration, this divine message that we get
Thank
to
you.
we get to receive as a gift. So thank you for all of your energetic exchanges. You can find ways to share with us on our giving page. We are going to close with the prayer of divine awakening. And
May I just comment?
please, please, I want you
I'm
to.
inviting us to share
Mm,
from the context of both the prayer that we do earlier in the service, that is our
mm,
spiritual understanding of the power of giving,
mm,
and also just as a overall statement of gratitude for this community that not only is here, has been here, and as a community has grown in the public
mm,
eye, has
mm,
grown, has gone through a couple of different iterations, and has every time come back stronger and with
mm,
a more powerful, meaning a more deeply planted spiritual presence on the planet. So
mm.
all of us, including me, we get to contribute our
Mm.
tithes and our talents. And right now, I'm talking about our tithes and our contributions.
Mm.
I'm
Thank you,
complete
my love.
on that.
Yes. Wow. That touched me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. I know we as a community feel that deeply, because we've had shifts and pivots and it's all been glorious. And what a journey. What a journey to be on together. And thank you for, I mean, you're within us, but you're also looking into us too, and hearing your voice and perspective on that. We are grateful. We receive. Okay, blessings, everybody. We are going to close with our prayer of divine awakening. My computer's being a little bit wonky, so we're going to read it. And these cards are available if you would like one. This is always on my prayer table right here. It's a new day, a beautiful day, a new beginning. I embrace this day with new eyes, open heart, and expansive mind. I choose my vibrational frequency deliberately and consciously, harmonizing with life's events. I am receptive to source energy, divine guidance, and wisdom available to me at all times. I commit to serve unconditional love fully and completely. I move forward in a state of appreciation, an extension of the one magnificent power and presence. I am sovereign, whole, and free, claiming dominion over my life as I go in peace and awaken to my divinity. So it is. Ashe.
Okay.
Amen. Thank you,
Amen.
everybody, for being here.
Thank you.
Shine on, bright ones. We are going to meet in the Zoom room. I'm going to drop the link here. It's on the website, unityinspiredliving.org. It's also on our Facebook page and under events. So thank you.
Thank you.
You are illuminating. You have illuminated us this morning. And we are so deeply grateful for you, for your message, for your sacred yes, for the
Thank you.
conduit of love that you are. Mwah. We bless you. We will see you in, oh gosh, look at our time. We
13
say
minutes.
10, say, let's say 10, 11, 12-ish minutes. We'll start
Yes.
heading back there. Take some nourishment and hydration. Mwah. We love you all. Shine on.
Shine on.
Shine
Thank
on.
you.